And here we go for Libra. Hi, Libra. I'm going to be shuffling up, doing your sort of retrograde 2020 reading. If it resonates, I'm glad. If it doesn't resonate, then I'll hopefully find something that does resonate for you, if that's what you're looking for. I mean, I'm assuming you're looking for it if you're here. So, but yeah, let's see what's going on. I'm going to be using the Spirit Keeper's Tarot for the Pluto retrograde, and we're going to be starting with this one first because I love to use the SKT to anchor the energies in the table. So basically, ooh, the Seeker and the Nine of Cups, seeking that wish fulfillment. Hopefully you find it. And then there's the Ace of Pentacles with that Nine of Cups, so I think you will. And then there's that High Priestess with the Nine of Cups, so you definitely know if you did or not. What was I saying? I love using this to anchor energies into the deck. How I'm doing this is I'm shuffling these up. I'm going to be looking for your major and then basically rebalancing the deck around that. And then I'm going to pull the card at the top and the bottom after I put you in the center. And there's your card, the Chancellor, cutting right to her. Can I just start? I'm just going to start. I think this is telling me to just begin. So I'm going to close my eyes so I can put this card down. Then I'm going to count this out to see if I, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then this will be 9. Oof, Libra. With that potential King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nice. So at the bottom of the deck is going to be this King of Swords, Archangel Commander. At the top of the deck is going to be the King of Cups, Archangel of Healing. And then we'll look and see what else is there later. Huh. That has not happened yet, Libra. Left at the bottom of the deck is the Dark Horse, Seven of Wands. Did somebody count you out, Libra? Libra's like, don't count me out. I ain't done yet. You ain't even begun to see all that I'm capable of. Okay, Libra. Cut into that Fool and the Emperor. Okay, Libra, like, alright, so what's going on with Libra? My Jupiter is in Libra. I am a Pisces, so I may be a Libra for this reading. Because one of my ruling planets is in Libra. Cutting to the Daughter of Swords and the Son of Cups. Oof. Well, the Daughter of Swords was with the Son of Cups. Now the Mother of Swords came out. Like, what you doing with that boy over there? We sword people. Is this going to be a little bit of a Romeo and Juliet, Libra? I mean, you got two kings over here. So, wow. Swords and water. And that was swords and water. Huh. Maybe trying to reconcile thoughts and actions. Alright, let's begin. First card out is the Two of Wands. Libra, apparently y'all can be indecisive. It's time for you to choose a direction and to follow that. And then we have this Mother of Pentacles coming right out after that. I feel like as soon as you pick a direction, you're really going to take off, Libra. You're really going to take off. Going to be looking for the Justice card, and then I'm basically going to do it how I did it last time, except I didn't have to do it last time because y'all were already at the cut. Libra was like, we were born for this. We're ready for this. We've been ready. Libra is Justice, so it would make sense that you're in the middle. Okay, here's y'all card. I already saw it, but, you know. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. So these two will go down here. Wow, really close to the middle on both of these. This is the top of the deck. And this is the bottom. See, because when I flip this over, this would be the bottom and that would be the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bottom of the deck is going to be this Four of Wands. Interesting. Top of the deck is the Six of Wands. Libra. What is up with y'all? With the Four of Swords left at the bottom, that's actually Libran energy. That's the last decan of Libra. So that would be a little bit of a Gemini flare, which is cool. We love a little bit of a Gemini flare on this channel. Okay, so y'all got the King of Swords and the King of Cups, the Four of Wands and the Six of Wands, cutting to that Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Swords, two tens. Man, what is going on with that Libra? Is like balanced, centered. Maybe Libras, y'all like, you know, everything that's going on in the world ain't shaking me. I have a Libran friend, and it seemed like he's been pretty solid, pretty sturdy. Like, I don't think things have necessarily changed too much for him. And he's getting to spend more time with his loved one. So that is, man, it's a good time to be a Libra, apparently. Oops. All right, let's just start. Bottom of the deck, here we see this King of Wands and the Nine of Cups, and then the Ten of Cups. Scorpio got the Ten of Cups and then the Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I believe it was for this deck. But you have the King of Wands, the Nine, and then the Ten. So definitely time for y'all to be a little bit more fiery and to go after what y'all want. I know y'all saw them scales go down. Oh my gosh. Well, Libra, y'all, the Tower. Y'all know what that is. I'm going to just leave it out. I did not expect to see justice that soon. Saturn is coming to shake some things up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How much was this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bottom of the deck is going to be the Seven of Swords. So Saturn ain't come to play. Saturn's like, oh, Libra, don't you go flying off too far. Ooh, top of the deck is the Ten of Swords. Bottom of the deck is the Four of Pentacles. So Saturn ain't come to play with y'all. But right now, Saturn is an Aquarius. Aquarius trines Libra, so Saturn has very, very, very easy access to you right now. It is retrograding, so it's going to go from that trine to the square when it goes back into Capricorn. And a Saturn square isn't ideal, but in my line of thinking, it's like Saturn can be very harsh. And so I think a square aspect with Saturn is less restrictive than a trine aspect with Saturn, because I feel like a Saturn trine just means Saturn can very, very, very easily just like put the sort of fence up. Wow, you got the Four of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. Okay. Now we're going to come over to the space of Venus, which is y'all ruling planet. Let's see what Venus has for y'all. I think I just saw the Justice card. I think. Maybe not. Ooh, there's that Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune. Apparently doing this a little different, Libra. Different for you. This would be interesting. This was going so well, and then Saturn's like, not so quick, not so fast. Don't float away, Libra. Bottom of the deck is this World card, and the Two of Wands, and followed by the Death card. So indecisive may have been the way that y'all operate a lot, but it's time to pick a direction again. And once you do, it's like everything will begin to roll in. And maybe you know that, and you're not necessarily ready for all of that. But, oops, what is this? The Four of Swords. Ooh, yeah, maybe y'all like, I actually want to take a little bit more of a break before I really get started. So it's not that I'm too much indecisive. It's just that, like, I ain't with nowhere yet. And it's like, okay, well, I don't know what to say to that, Libra. I don't know what to say. Here she is, and I didn't see the card. I almost did. Oh, there's that Pride card. We just saw it in the Scorpio reading. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Exactly in the middle, Libra. Again, okay, so Saturn came in and shook things up. But everywhere else, it looks like you're solid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Exactly in the middle. And this is the bottom of the deck. This is the top of the deck. This goes back in the middle of the deck. Top of the deck is going to be the Ten of Pentacles. And the bottom of the deck is this Pride card. That is fulfillment in every area of life. And left at the bottom is the Hermit. So the Hermit kind of sort of follows with that Four of Swords, Four of Pentacles energy. But then you also have this dark horse over on the side. So maybe Venus is like, don't count me out yet. Not quite yet, Saturn. 1 second. I need to see what time it is, but I have that card up there, so I'm like, I'll say 12 minutes and 12 seconds. Libra, this is the quickest I've done this so far. That's because y'all were ready and prepared. Like, y'all already came out at the middle of the deck, so hey, I ain't have much to... I mean, y'all started out the gate just like ready to go. So let's start with Venus and work our way back to Pluto. So, Venus is in Gemini right now. Your ruling planet is trining you in retrograde. So the subconscious influence is at the bottom of the deck. The more conscious sort of result is at the top of the deck. And I kind of sort of just feel it and go with it. And I forgot to put this Justice card back in the deck. Saturn really has a hold on y'all. I forgot to put it back in the deck for this one too. I'm actually going to leave those out, I guess. And I guess I'll take the thumbnail picture too while I'm at it. I guess I was too excited or something. Like, I don't know what that was about. I've never forgotten to put the other cards away. And I haven't, like, y'all came out basically at the middle of the deck 3 times, I believe. Exactly at the middle of the deck with Venus. And that's your ruling planet. Your ruling planet is in Gemini retrograding, so it's trining you. And so, I'll put this back now. Things have been really fortunate for you, but you may be reaching a slowing spot. Because again, at the bottom of the decks, we have the Four of Swords and the Four of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the Dark Horse. Maybe you were flying a little too quickly, Libra, and you needed to reevaluate something. And it looks like Saturn is going to be the only planet that is bold enough to come in with that reevaluation. It is still in Aquarius, so Saturn is trining you, Venus is trining you, your home planet. Venus and Saturn are actually not trining each other astrologically, and depending on where your Libra placements fall, it could be in between. Like, you could be closer to trining Saturn or closer to trining Venus. Saturn is like 1 degree, Venus is maybe like 20. Let me see. So it's like they're too far from each other to really call that a trine, but they are both if we're just looking at the energy and not the degree in the same element as you. Oh, no, not the transits. So let's see. Venus is 19 degrees. Mercury is 23 degrees. So the sun, the moon, Venus, Mercury, Hygeia, Vesta, and the North Node are all in Gemini right now. Mercury and Hygeia are both at 23 degrees. Vesta is 25, and the North Node is 29. So yeah, Saturn is still at 1 degree Aquarius. Pallas is at 0 degrees Aquarius. And so yeah, either you're closer to trining Pallas and Saturn, or closer to trining Venus and Mercury right now. And Venus is a lot quicker than Saturn. So I don't know if it's going to fall into a loose 10 degree conjunction or not. Anyway, this ain't necessarily about astrology. This is about what's on the table. And what's on the table is kind of sort of a lot. Now you have the 10 of Pentacles sort of in your... Retrogrades bring karma around. And from first glance, it looks like the only planet you have an issue with is Saturn. Saturn is the karma, right? That's the planet of karma. But when it comes to Venus, it's like you're good. You have this 10 of Pentacles coming in. You have this sort of pride card at the bottom. That's life, healing, sunlight, nature, serenity, and spirit. And then you have the 10 of Pentacles. I feel like this is speaking to kind of sort of overflowing abundance in every area. Like I said, I guess I have one Libran friend who isn't too shaken up by everything that's happening in the world. And maybe you're not too shaken up by everything that's happening in the world either. Because this justice isn't necessarily a temperance energy. But with y'all coming out at the middle of the deck, and I haven't done this for anybody else. Actually, I might have, Libra. Let me not lie to you. But since you are Libra, and since I'm getting a temperance vibe, and since temperance in this deck is the scales, we're just going to look and see. Here we go. We're going to look and see what's around this. And so since this is the only pile that doesn't have justice, I'm going to put this temperance here. See? Y'all see the scales? Like, I thought every time I look at this, I'm like, oh, that's justice. But it's not. So in front of it was the Ace of Swords. Behind it was the 6 of Pentacles. So with the Ace of Swords and the 10 of Pentacles, I feel like whatever is coming in for you, you kind of sort of know what to use it for. Like if there's something that you need to do with this abundance coming in to propagate it, to push it further forward, or to sort of give back in some areas, I feel like you know that. With the 6 of Pentacles sort of coming down here with the Pride card, 6 of Pentacles, 6 colors on this card. So hey, confirmation that I didn't deviate too much. But that's in every area of life that you give, you will begin to receive. Now this may be coming in or starting to roll in as the Venus sort of retrograde progresses. And this deck is associated with Saturn. So even though it is a little harsh over here, it's kind of sort of giving it back here. Well, y'all are justice, so let's see how this plays out, shall we? This is how we're going to do this. We have the 7 or the 6, the Ace or the 10, the Tower or the Temperance. So sitting in the middle in this in-between space with Venus is the Messenger. Of course it's the Messenger. I just saw both of these cards in the Scorpio reading, and y'all saw me shuffle. Y'all saw me shuffle. So you have lots of Earth. Oh, this is the other side. That's the feminine side of Venus. It's the Hierophant. The Hierophant and Justice are both of the sides of Venus, and Venus itself is the Empress. So that's interesting. Maybe you're asking to tap a little bit more into the feminine side. Maybe Saturn is asking y'all to kind of sort of sit back a little bit and maybe not necessarily move too much right now. Maybe that's what this is about. I feel like, you know, both Libra and Taurus are ruled by Venus, and so they can kind of sort of both get their way, or the things that they want come to them. But I feel like Libra would be more of the kind of sort of working for it, more actively doing whatever to get it, and maybe finding good fortune because again, it's Venus. Excuse me. So we have levels on top of levels and abundance. I feel like right now, and I guess I didn't necessarily warn anybody else with this Saturn looming right here being the only thing that's kind of sort of doing whatever, and with Saturn trining y'all, I feel like it's to be very, not pragmatic or practical, but it's like to be cognizant of where you give your time, energy, and effort, and how you spend this abundance coming in. It's asking you to be balanced in every aspect of your life, honestly. And that's why I went looking for this Temperance card. I mean, y'all came out at the middle of the deck all the time. But I guess that's also the energy of justice, right? Kind of sort of like sitting in between, being that unbiased third party. But again, a lot of the messages were it's time to choose a direction. And so if there's something that you've been excusing, maybe it's time to stop doing that. This Hierophant card, the Messenger in particular, is all about going down to the roots, finding the things that unite all of us, questioning why we sort of believe and fall into the things that we believe and fall into. And then it's also about speaking on that and giving a voice to people who don't have a voice, right? And so maybe Libra, I kind of lost where I was going. I just hope that when I said maybe Libra, I would remember. But maybe it's for you to sort of like speak out on behalf of someone else now. I feel like you're really, really good at getting what you want. And it may just kind of sort of be natural. You may just sort of naturally get your way. But it's almost like it's time for you to put that to use for someone else. It's time for you to maybe begin to build someone else up. Potentially. But you don't want to go... You also don't want to be a martyr for someone else either, because Libran energy can be very like martyr energy. And according to Good Omens, the Earth is a Libra. It's interesting that the Earth is a Libra because Taurus is the sign associated with the Earth. And Venus and the Earth are like sister planets. Are y'all like twins? Then? We're in Gemini season right now, which is the trine. We're coming into Cancer season with that eclipse on the equinox, which would be the square with Cancer. And so I feel like this is all about sort of, there's this energy of here, there's an energy here of like scoping out a neighborhood before you decide to move in. Scoping out the neighborhood is Gemini. That's where the North Node is. That's what we should be doing. And then moving in is the Cancer. So you want to make sure you're move-in ready. And so maybe that's why there's so much preparation in the space of Venus right now. If I'm being completely honest, Libra, I'm a little lost. And it's not that I'm lost. It's just that, like, I feel like there's so much here between this card and the Ten of Pentacles, and then with the Hierophant, the Messenger coming out on top of it. I just feel like Venus has been blessing y'all. And that's kind of sort of all there is to say about it. Now, when we come in, it'll clarify itself as I move forward as well. Venus is just bringing the good stuff right now. That's all I see. All I see is Venus bringing the good stuff. Venus is bringing the good stuff. And she's asking you to share the good stuff with the people it should be shared with this messenger. But she's bringing in the good stuff in a lot of different areas of life. Like a lot of things are taken off and being abundant. Now moving into Saturn, we originally started with the Seven of Swords and the Ten of Swords and the Tower. I don't like this because I feel like Saturn is really coming in to sabotage some stuff. Almost like Saturn is like, okay, Libra, you've had it good enough for long enough. Now it's someone else's turn at the top of the Wheel of Fortune. But then here's this other side of Saturn with the Temperance instead, where it's like, the Six of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords are here. So maybe with this Justice and this Temperance or this Tower, it's like if you do whatever this is to excess, you're going to lose it. But if you stay grounded, stay centered, stay humble, and give in the areas where you're supposed to, or give back in areas that you can, then we come into this Ace of Swords, Six of Pentacles. And then the Justice, like Saturn is karma. So if you've been on the top of the wheel in an unjust way, this Tower moment might come or may have come recently. That kind of sort of takes everything from you, and it's taking it from you so that you can learn to appreciate it. And to not hoard it or not hold on to it too tightly. And this may be starting as, maybe it starts as lots of conflict in other areas. Maybe this is it's a falling apart of a harmony. And it's a falling apart of a balance. And again, I'm feeling heavy Temperance energy behind this, Libra. Behind this Justice is feeling very, very, very Temperance. Where it's all about keeping things in balance, because again, Justice is fair. Justice is blind. Justice doesn't pick favorites. It chooses who's right and who's wrong. And it acts accordingly. And so just because Justice is your energy doesn't mean you're going to get away with anything. So if you've been in the space of getting away with stuff, Saturn is about to be like, ha, not anymore. That could be an abuse of power. I mean, everything else looks gorgeous, so I don't necessarily think you'll err on that side, but maybe that's why I came and did this, because it's offering you the opportunity. Either you'll let it go to your head or stock it up in excess, where the higher it is, the harder it'll fall, or you'll have this Temperance. You'll have this metering, where you are giving and receiving instead of just taking. And then maybe that'll bring clarity to whatever the situation is, if things are a little rocky right now. And that's where I'm going to leave that. Now moving on to the space of Jupiter, we have the Four of Wands and the Six of Wands up top. So with the Four of Wands is all about celebration. And it's interesting because it's like, what, Libra, who are you? I mean, I guess you are the Empress through vein of Venus, and Venus is trining you, so maybe that's why. But it's like it looks like the unit, like it looks like Jupiter is trying to give you something to celebrate. Like Jupiter is like, oh, I want you to be happy, and so it's like you're looking for things to celebrate subconsciously, or Jupiter is looking to give you something to celebrate, and so you're being just victorious in every area of your life. So it's like you're finding victory here and you're finding victory there. Maybe Libra, you've finally gotten into the area of appreciation. Maybe Libra, you are becoming a master manifester, and that's what this is all about. Now again, at the bottom of the deck, and I guess again the danger with Saturn is Saturn has this Four of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So it's not for you to be closed off and sort of tight-fisted and stingy and greedy right now, because if you fall into that, you may come into this Tower area where it all falls over. And Venus, again, had you in that hermit mode. And so, yeah, maybe in the past y'all were in hermit mode. Maybe y'all have been learning and growing a lot, Libra, in every area, every aspect of your life, and really bringing all of that into justice, spreading a message, bringing awareness, bringing peace. And that's what's leading to this abundance now coming in. But again, it's like, don't get stuck in the stuff. And then at the bottom of the deck over here is this Four of Swords. And under the Four of Swords is the Three of Pentacles. But this Four of Swords, like, you see how that lamb is at peace? The lamb is a prey animal, and it's at peace, even with these four swords above its head, because it knows that it won't be pierced. Maybe, Libra, not only have you become a master manifester, but you've also sort of honed your relationship with spirit into something truly beautiful. And because you've done that, it's like it wants to reward you. I feel like this, if you resonate with this, you've got really, really, really good karma. And it all wants to come rushing in. But when it does come in, it's like, don't get swept up by the fact that this is all resulting from good karma. Like, keep doing good things. Do not stop, because if you stop, you will lose it all. And then here we have this hermit. So here's the hermit. And then there's the hermit over there. Now the hermit is coming out again. So I guess Jupiter and Venus have been conspiring to give you everything, because Venus is bringing all the stuff and the abundance through means of Taurus. Oh, Taurus, boom. The messenger, the Hierophant, that's all the stuff. And then here we have this hermit over here with this Four of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. Someone worthy of you may be on their way, Libra. And that may be part of this, again, because this is abundance in every aspect of life. And so maybe you've gotten some of the physical stuff, and now you're about to start getting some of the not so physical stuff. But you're going to keep manifesting it by staying grateful, humble, and appreciative of it, and by continuing to move and seek out victory. I mean, with this hermit mode, like, it's like you're this light in the dark. And since you are this light in the dark, everything is being attracted to you, and it's all coming to you. Now, coming into the space of Pluto, because I feel like I don't really have much else to say. I mean, this is all. It's like when it's all good, what do you say? Like, keep up the good work. Don't let it go to your head, and keep doing whatever you're doing. Over here we have the Archangel Commander and the Archangel of Healing. So the Archangel Commander, again, being the subconscious space. Maybe there was a lot of conflict, internal conflict, or a conflict in your environment that you were sort of not maybe even necessarily involved in, but that you were in the vicinity of. And so you needed to learn how to become a fighter, to become a warrior. But consciously, how that played out is you come into this healing energy. Maybe Libra, you could be like a light worker. And I say that because we have this Archangel of Healing. And then we also have this messenger who has this platform. We have the Hermit and the Temperance, the Ace of Swords, the Six of Wands. But it's mostly this. And the Dark Horse over here, being the light in the Dark Horse. Maybe fighting in ways that people may not even realize or recognize. You may be fighting in ways that you may not even realize and recognize, just by sheer virtue of the space that you're holding in this time when everything else is kind of sort of falling apart. And the steadfastness that you have to holding that space of tranquility, of peace, and of justice is this light where everything else is chaotic. You are the order where everything else is falling in chaos. You are this temperance when everything else is falling to the tower. This is you standing strong amidst everything else, and that's what Saturn is coming in to say. With that Four of Pentacles, this is you being grounded in what it is that you are, and that Four of Pentacles is a shield. So keep that up, Libra, because I feel like that's what's going to be sort of... I knew I would figure it out as this went along, because I'm just like, everything is blessing you. I don't know what to say. Everything is blessing you. Excuse me. But this is why. And with the Archangel of Healing, it's like the way that you fight is by being that healing force. And you know that because that's how you fought for yourself. Is by leaning into that healing. Right? Not all warriors wield blades. It's like you're the battle cleric. Like, you would fight if you have to, but you're a healer. And then let's see, Pluto's putting you in the space of the Queen of Swords, the Scarlet Shield. I was literally just thinking, because I said that Four of Pentacles was a shield. I was like, I got two kings on the board, but no shield. And then there's the queen right there. The King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is that Libran energy. You are the shield. You are what's holding this line of defense. You doing and being that within yourself, and this time again, it's a light, and that's the part that you play in this collective. There's almost this removed collective healing that you're kind of sort of doing just by you maintaining the space that you're in. And as all of this begins to come in, as the wheel of fortune and the wheel of fate begins to turn, it's going to be so important for you to continue to stay grounded and centered. And like, I have no like fears that you will do that. It's almost like sometimes the best way to help other people is by helping yourself, and by making sure you're in the spot that you need to be in. And I mean, honestly, Libra, like, that's all I got for you. Like, keep it up. The title is, this is going to be like, keep up the good work, Libra. I'll try to be a little bit more creative than that, but yeah, I mean, this is amazing. This is fantastic. It's like the universe itself wants to bless you, wants to reward you for all that you've done, and all that you will continue to do. Because again, with Saturn, it's about continuing to do everything that you've been doing. But okay, I will catch y'all later, Libra. Keep up the good work. And yeah, this was very interesting, very amazing, but very interesting.